Academic text, presented by Riza Macy, Blanca, 11 Gas Nick Joaquin. Academic texts typically have an introduction, body, and conclusion, though the format varies by discipline and text genre. Background information is presented in the introduction, significant arguments are presented in the body, and major points are summarized in the conclusio, for a concluding viewpoint. The abstract, introduction, literature review, methods, results, discussion, and conclusion are additional typical structures. The introduction gives context and establishes the tone for the rest of the piece, whereas the abstract is a succinct summary of the material that appears in databases and other sources. The methodology discusses the procedures and techniques utilized in the study, while the literature review evaluates earlier research on the subject and gives background information for the current study. The study's findings are presented in the results, which are then discussed along with their interpretation and relevance to other works of literature. The conclusion highlights the key ideas and offers suggestions for additional investigation. Overall, an academic text should have a clear, logical, and well-organized structure, with each section advancing the essay's main thesis or purpose. Advantages: greater ability to solve problems. English is a complex language that calls for analytical thinking and problem-solving abilities. You can increase these talents and your general cognitive ability by learning English. Opportunities for employment. Knowing English can lead to a variety of employment options, particularly in industries like business, finance, medicine, and education where the language is extensively spoken and utilized. Increased information access. Research papers, journals, and conferences are only a few examples of the academic and professional resources that are published in English. You may find it easier to access and comprehend this information if you learn English. Greater communication. Since English is one of the most commonly spoken languages in the world, learning it can improve your ability to communicate with individuals from all backgrounds and cultures. Disadvantages. Cost. Attending a language school or choosing to study abroad can increase the cost of learning English. Not everyone may be able to pull this off. Time and effort. Learning a new language can take a long time and take a lot of work. Finding the time to study and use English outside of the classroom could be challenging. Understanding cultural differences is made easier by studying English, which is used in a wide variety of nations and cultures. However, if not handled sensitively and with cultural awareness, it can also result in misunderstandings and miscommunications. Overall, studying English for professional and academic purposes can be a worthwhile investment in your career and personal growth, but it takes time, work, and devotion.